Unless you've been hiding in a cave for these last 2 years, I guess you know that this 2026 we have here in Spain, one of the most powerful astronomical events of the century, the total solar eclipse of next August 12th. An event about which, by the way, on this channel you have an entire series of videos dedicated to showing you all the data and all the information you need to know to be successful in the observation and photography of this eclipse. A few weeks ago, I already told you about photographic filters that we can use to manage to photograph this eclipse in the best possible way if we use a camera and a telephoto lens or a photographic lens. But what happens if you're going to use a telescope to observe or photograph this event? Well, in this video, we're going to test and I'm going to show you one of the most classic filters that we can find in photography and in astronomy, the solar sheets from Baader Planetarium. And in this case, we're going to test this sheet that comes with an adapter included so that you only have to take it out of the box, put the screws on, place it on your telescope and start observing or photographing the sun. My name is Miguel Azorín and I welcome you one more week to Natural Portraits. Well, we already have the sun in the frame and it has several groups of sunspots that are quite large and very interesting. In visual observation, I have to say that the sharpness this filter provides is very good. As you can see, I'm using the equipment consisting of the AM5 mount from ZWO with the SV Bony SV503 telescope of 102 mm, an ED doublet. It's a telescope with a primary focal length of 700 mm, which is perfect for solar observation and photography, as we're going to do in this video. And also, as I say, the combination between this equipment with this filter gives us a very good sharpness for solar observation. By the way, everything I'm going to show you in this video can be found on the website of our collaborating astronomy store, Telescopiomania. You have all the links below in the description of this video. And now we're going to put the camera in and start photographing. Well, here we have on the screen the image of the solar surface and look at the amount of sunspots. We have a lot of sunspot groups across various parts of the solar surface. We can zoom in a little bit on these fascinating sunspot groups to see them in more detail. And well, here you can get an idea of the quality a filter like this gives us with good optics that give us good sharpness and good resolution. I'll remind you, this is a white light filter. We're not seeing the solar chromosphere here, nor are we seeing solar flares or prominences. We're looking at the sun's surface, we're seeing the photosphere, and what we see exactly in these images are sunspot groups surrounded by that solar surface that's like it's boiling. That whole look we see around the sunspots like an orange peel is actually giant gas bubbles rising from the sun's innermost layers and reaching the photosphere, forming that granulation. By the way, would you like to learn how to capture images like these of the sun, the moon, or the planets in the solar system? I'll remind you that at Natural Portraits Academy, you have the full planetary astrophotography course. A complete course ranging from the basics, learning the equipment we need to use for this type of photography, to the most advanced, capturing images of all the planets in the solar system, even their moons, high-resolution astrophotography of the lunar surface, or, as we're doing in this case, solar astrophotography. Of course, without leaving aside the astrophotographic processing section for these types of images. If you want to become a real pro at taking these kinds of photos, check out this course at the link in the first comment and in the description. Alright, let's go back to the solar surface and try to focus the telescope better. Okay, I think that right about there would be the focus point for this image. And what we can do now is capture a video of these sunspot groups. And if you decide to join the planetary astrophotography course I just mentioned from Natural Portraits Academy, you'll see that to make these types of images, we don't take photos, but capture videos that we then process to get final images. Well, let's try now using a Barlow lens. Let's move in closer to those sunspots to see them in more detail. We're going to use this accessory that allows us to double the focal length of our telescope. Alright, so there we have the solar surface again. In this case it's out of focus, so we'll have to refocus it again. Let's pick a sunspot group here and zoom in on the image. And let's focus. Wow, look at the incredible level of detail that we're getting right now with the Barlow lens. It's incredible. Look at how these sunspots look magnified at 300% with the Barlow lens I just put on. And look at all that granulation we can see around these sunspots. Over here we have a very interesting group of spots and we're going to capture a video. Well, there you have another solar filter alternative to see and photograph the great astronomical event we have this year. As you can see, it adapts to different diameters, although ideally you should look for the exact diameter for the telescope you're going to use. You can adapt it to larger telescopes and smaller telescopes. As I told you, you can find it on the Telescopiomania website. You have the link in the first comment and in the description of this video. And with that, I'll say goodbye. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you found it interesting. See you again next week with what we like most, photography and nature here at Natural Portraits. Goodbye.